Hello everyone, or whoever is watching this video. I'm Aish Ramonic and this is my submission for the 2021 Young Scientist Competition. Today I will be talking about my project, the effect of alternative medicine on two types of bacteria. My project focuses on the effectiveness and how well different alternative medicines such as herbal medication or homeopathic medication work with certain types of bacteria. Due to the ongoing situation with the COVID-19 pandemic, it wasn't ideal for me to take bacteria from my mouth to use as a foundation of this experiment, as I did last year. So I chose to use pre-treated bacteria such as Escherichia coli or E. coli and Bacillus subtilis or B. subtilis for this experiment. And the medication I chose for this experiment were Echinacea, also known as purple coneflower, eucalyptus oil, and belladonna. My main goal for this experiment was to find out what extent do these medications react with E. coli or B. subtilis bacteria. And I also wanted to keep a common symptom which all these medications deal with. So all the medications I just talked about, for example, Echinacea, belladonna, and eucalyptus oil, all are prescribed to people who are suffering with symptoms such as cough or cold. My hypothesis for this experiment was that leaf-based or plant-based medication such as Echinacea or eucalyptus in this case will work better with either one of the bacteria, so E. coli and B. subtilis, when compared to homeopathic medication such as belladonna, which were used in this experiment. So let's go step by step by the method which I used for this experiment. So first I had to create my agar plates which I based all my experiments on. So for that we first need to take a few petri dishes and then label them with the bacteria and the medication which will be put into them in the future. Then we take the boiling agar and gently pour it into these petri dishes. Then we place these petri dishes around a Bunsen burner for them to set for 5 minutes. Then we take the two types of bacteria, both in liquid form, and a pipette. We take a few droplets of each bacteria and place those bacteria in their respective petri dishes. Then we take another petri dish where we place a few smaller sized paper discs and spread the dissolved medication on top of the paper discs. Then we take a tweezer and carefully and gently pick up each paper disc and place them in their respective petri dishes. Keep in mind that you should always try to place the paper disc at the center of the agar plate or the agar petri dish. Then we flip the plates and place them near the Bunsen burner one last time in an attempt for sterilization or to avoid any further contamination. Keep in mind that now your agar plates or petri dishes have bacteria and medication in them, so avoiding contamination is the best thing you can do at this point in the experiment. Then the last step is to close the plates with sellotape and place them in the incubator for 48 hours or 2 days. I repeated this method 3 times for each medication reacting with each bacteria, as I wanted more results so I can more vividly compare and discuss about them. After 48 hours of anticipating, I finally got the results. When it comes to measuring the results, I was looking at the diameter of the inhibition zones for every single experiment or sub-experiment I did. This was because the inhibition zone and how long it was the main indicator of how well the medication worked with the particular type of bacteria, which showcased how drastic the results were and how different they were. In conclusion, eucalyptus or leaf-based medicine or any type of herbal medication does work as well as any modern medicine would work for any symptom. But for this specific experiment, I was looking at the symptom of cough and cold, and thus I would agree that eucalyptus or eucalyptus oil or Echinacea or any leaf-based medication in general works best for the symptom of cough and cold.